and gentlemen, we are here at News 9 bringing you time to time updates about all the developments that has taken place so far from yesterday 6:52 p.m. when there was a loud explosion heard at the Red Fort Gate number 1 metro station that led to over 9 people dying and over 30 people who were immediately rushed to the LNJP hospital and are still being treated. Many of them are still critical. The count of casualties may also climb, but what we are bringing you is absolutely shocking. It looks like it's a case of a sinister plot. News 9 has accessed the first image of the Red Fort bomber, Dr. Umar. Now, Dr. Umar, this particular man on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, is a Pulwama resident and doctor-turned-Jaish operative. He has emerged as the prime suspect in the Red Fort blast yesterday that jolted the national capital. He worked at the Falah University, Faridabad, before going underground. His aides, Dr. Muzammil, Dr. Adeel and Dr. Shaheen have all now been arrested. That is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time. And those are the first visuals of the possible bomber on your screens right now. News 9 has exclusively accessed this picture of Dr. Umar, who reportedly escaped during the crackdown. The Hyundai i20 used in the Red Fort blast is believed to have been driven by him. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time. First images accessed by News 9 is on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. This is the picture, the image of bomber Dr. Umar. Now, who exactly was Dr. Umar? What do we know about him? Dr. Umar is a Pulwama resident who was a doctor-turned-Jaish operative. He has been emerging as the prime suspect who worked at the Falah University in Hyderabad before he went underground. Remember, his aides, Dr. Muzammil, Dr. Adeel, Dr. Shaheen have all been arrested. Dr. Umar reportedly escaped during the crackdown, and he is said to be the one who drove that Hyundai i20 outside Red Fort at gate number 1, where the loud explosion at 6:52 p.m. to be precise led to several casualties and injuries. There is a wide network of investigation and all the agencies have been roped in to investigate what exactly was the route taken by this one Dr. Umar. How did the i20 travel from its earlier destination to this place in the parking area outside the Red Fort? What was the plot? Who were the people involved? What was the chemical composition used for this massive explosion that the national capital has not seen for over a decade? I am taking you through further details about Dr. Umar once again. Dr. Umar, who is said to be a Pulwama resident, who's also a doctor, later turned into a Jaish operative, ladies and gentlemen, has emerged as the prime suspect, and those are the first visuals on your screens right now. He worked at the Falah University, Hyderabad, before going underground. His aides, Dr. Muzammil, Dr. Adeel, Dr. Shaheen, have all been arrested. Remember, it was only yesterday in the afternoon when we were breaking about how there has been a massive recovery of close to 3,000 kgs of explosives that was recovered in the joint operation between Jammu and Kashmir and the UP police. Having said that, of course, this is all seems to be now joining the dots, and these are the links that the investigative agencies in real time is trying to join together, to piece it together, and we here at News 9 are bringing you all those updates. Now, News 9 also spoke to the suspected i20 owner, Amir's family. The family says that it is not his car. Amir's family also maintains that the car is at his home. Amir's family maintains that none of his cars have an HR, which is the Haryana number plate. Police have arrested both the brothers, Amir and Umar, last night. The family says that none of their sons went to Delhi. And to discuss this further, I am joined by our esteemed guest this morning. I'm joined by Major General Rajan Kochar, who's also strategic affairs and defense expert. Good morning, Mr. Kochar. Not a very good day to wish you good morning, Mr. Kochar. Unfortunately, what was witnessed yesterday in the national capital, right outside the Red Fort, is something that has left the entire country with sleepless nights. At the very outset, from the preliminary investigation, the information that has been brought into public domain about the I-20, about the possible link between the recoveries that happened yesterday and what transpired yesterday at the gate number 1, Red Fort, that led to a massive explosion leading to loss of lives, and the kind of explosion, a blast that the national capital has not witnessed in over a decade. What is your first words on this?
Thank you, Samya. A very detailed narrative and information blog you have actually given just now, and trying to piece out this information. Uh, we have been discussing this last night for a long time on your channel, and things which are emerging now, because every time as the discussion was going along, pieces of information was flowing in, giving us a, a kind of a chain of events to piece together a theory of a terrorist attack. Because there have been certain quarters mentioning that it was a normal blast or it was a natural blast of CNG. But I maintain, with the kind of evidence, with the Pulwama link, with the arrest of the doctors, the name of the suspect, Dr. Muhammad Umar, uh, the events are unfolding in a different manner. And why I say that is, this I-20 vehicle was parked in the parking lot of the Red Fort for over 2.5 hours. And this Dr. Muhammad Omar was sitting in this vehicle all throughout that vehicle was parked there. Point number one, why was he sitting there? Was he waiting for some kind of a directive from his handlers to move out and initiate the blast? Then at 6:52, this vehicle, 6:52 p.m., this vehicle moves out of the parking lot and moves slowly towards a designated place or a red light, from where this detonation, which is very near the metro station of the Red Fort, takes place. The second question which emerges now is, was this a remotely timed a timer placed in the car that it had to detonate at 7, or was it a remote blast orchestrated from outside? So these 2 points, I think the NIA and the investigation agency will be able to trace out. Was there any phone calls made in this area, in this tower? We can find out the transmissions which were taking place in the last 2, 3, 4 hours, which can be traced to these people. The third important aspect is that why a CNG vehicle was chosen. See, when you don't want attributability to come, when you want to take out a narrative which is actually coming from Pakistan. I'm seeing a narrative which is coming from Pakistan trying to say that it was a CNG blast. So it points out to a very interesting theory. They have used a CNG vehicle, and they have placed the ammunition or the explosive in the same vehicle in the uh, compartment, and they have compounded this blast from the CNG blast, because the there are no shrapnels seen in that area. No people have got any shrapnel injuries. It means that classically, when a crude bomb is made, it will have nails, it will have metal pieces in the assembly of that bomb. But we have seen that there are no metal pieces found in that area, and no nails also. And the CNG has a shock wave effect, and it has a blast effect almost up to 10 to 15 meters and beyond. So casualties also we are seen are not that too high, because normally if you plant an ID in a crowded area, you are going to find the casualties in excess of 20, 30, 40 people.
But Mr. Kochar, the moot idea over here, essentially, what appears to be, was to instill fear, to send across a message. How do you look at this? Are you also trying to suggest that there is a shift as far as the, the terror module is concerned? We are not calling it a terror attack right now. We are being conservative in our approach and reporting. We are waiting for the government to release an official statement first. We are expecting the FSL to put out the first, report by afternoon today. But at the very outset, Mr. Kochar, what exactly do you feel was the link between the recoveries that were made yesterday in the morning and what transpired yesterday in the national capital?
What is apparent, Samya, is that one very interesting thing is taking place this time, which is different from the previous attacks. First, we are seeing a set of well-educated people, the doctors, because there have been arrest of 3 to 4 doctors in a chain of event, bringing to Pakistan ISI, bringing out a new strategy. First of all, it is not being linked to the Lashkar-e-Toiba. It is not being linked to the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Some linkages to Daesh, because this Dr. Muhammad Umar, who has died in this blast in this vehicle, he has linkages to Daesh. And that is something new to us in the sense that Daesh, I have not heard at least Daesh being very active in Jammu and Kashmir or India. So Pakistan is trying to create a narrative so that this blast is not linked to Pakistan. So that is one point, because you must remember the statement of our Prime Minister that if there is a next terrorist attack, it will be Operation Sindhu 2.0. So possibly Pakistan does not want that kind of backlash from India. Already the notum has been issued by Pakistan for 11th and 12th of November, because they are anticipating there might be an Indian attack now. So they have issued a precautionary notum in their area.